Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, making some really good trades as per usual. Let's get right into it here. We are up significantly today on the markets, especially the Nasdaq, up 1.18% right now, although it is up again another 1.08% in the after hours. So it is benefiting greatly from Meta earnings, gap like up 14% in after hours right now. So that's really good. But let's follow our account here. Let's take a look at the IWM. And the IWM right now, oh, sorry, not the IWM, the SPY. Sorry, the SPY is, we know we had that little bit of a drop the other day. So this looks like the wave 2 is already in. We have a very clear 3-move wave here on the wave 2 ABC retrace. So people are thinking that we're going to go much deeper. And I know people are really hoping that we go deeper for these bigger corrections, like down to this buy area right here that we truncated and we missed. And I said that even if we do get to the 480 area, it would be supported. We got pretty close to it. We got to 483, and then we couldn't. The Bears just lost control, and they couldn't hold it. And now the Bulls are getting back on them, and they're pushing it back to new all-time highs. Tomorrow, you're probably going to see massive short covering. People are panicking, trying to get out of positions that they shouldn't be in. So that's going to be it's going to be a wild day tomorrow, in my opinion. And on top of that, we have non-farm payrolls. If that's a good news as well, you're going to have a gap open in the market. You're going to have a gap open, probably most likely on the SPY, and a gap pushing like added because of like non-farm payrolls are good. But if they're not, then we'll see. But yeah, so you're essentially in this wave 3, the most bullish wave, and this is a 3 of 3. So if we're looking at our larger count, you have your primary wave 1. 2, and then this is the third wave. Now this is a 5-wave move inside of a third wave, and now this is the third wave of the larger third wave. Okay, and then we should finish up around the 500 to 510 level. Once that's over, we should probably get another retrace into wave 4, and then final push into wave 5, and then now finish the cycle up here. And then it can really depend too. If we keep gapping open and keep gapping open, and we just keep blasting through this level that I have here, then we're going to like SPY 1000, right? But that's like hyperinflation, and money's going to be worthless at that point, and I could not see that happening. I think that's the least likely scenario. I think the most likely scenario is that we finish this wave X on top here in this area that I have outlined, and at that point I expect a pretty dramatic reversal in the market. And I don't know what the catalyst will be, but I have a few guesses here and there. But let's get over here. Let's get on to the IWM. And the IWM yesterday, I actually brought up the video here. I gave you guys the buy zone, complicated correction, right, in a wave 2, right, with an overshooting B wave, which I usually don't like, but they can happen. And you're going to test some lower levels here. So when you do a bit of a fib retrace, then you're probably going to go maybe to the 618 to the 1.236 between this area. So that would be your buy area for the small caps. But just the yields being delayed by a couple of months, maybe. Sorry, the rate cuts being delayed a couple of months. That was enough for the small caps to sell. And there you go. Today, what happened? We entered the buy area and a strong reversal after that, right? So again, this is why this method is so reliable, works really well. I enjoy it, and I mean, now we're starting to take off in an impulsive manner. Should come up in a 5-wave move up here. So that's what should happen, and then we'll go from there. So that's basically it. All right, so let's take a look here at, let me just move this count up here. Let's take a look at the triple Qs. So very similar situation on the SPY. I haven't mapped out the triple Qs yet, but it's the same as the SPY. If the SPY is going to gap up and keep pushing higher, then the triple Qs should go in a similar fashion. But right now, it'll probably be more volatile and have more leverage, I would say, than the SPY, because it's all tech stocks, Nasdaq, and it can be really really volatile. Let's get over to some individual names. Let's take a look at Tesla. We'll start off with Tesla today. Tesla is, in my opinion, either doing an ABC correction with a final wave C here, and then we're ultimately going to come back in wave 4 and go to some lower targets, in my opinion. And if, let's say this scenario does not happen, and we've missed the wave 4 and it was something like this, and it was already finished, then we could go, potentially higher from here. But let's just say that we're going to get a nice little pump here along with the markets. Then Tesla should get a little bit of a bid. The shorts should start to squeeze. They've probably been a lot of shorts piling in on this whole drop here. And again, I think we talked about on how oversold Tesla was in terms of the RSI. Things can take off pretty dramatically quickly back towards the upside when that happens. But there's a lot of news right now with Elon Musk and voting rights and compensation for $50 billion or something like that. So I'm not going to get too into it, but there's a lot of news surrounding this stock right now. Let's head over and we'll take a look at ROKU here. So ROKU up in the after hours right now, 1.92%. I did outline a buy area for ROKU, and again, it doesn't always have to hit, and it can't always hit. It got pretty darn close today, down to $87.18. I outlined my buy area here at $86.82. So we're about like $1 off, but it could technically truncate and doesn't have to reach these smaller targets. So overall, oh well, you move on, you look for your next trade opportunity. Unless you're already in it and you've been holding for quite a while, then enjoy the rally, because this is what should happen. A wave 3 of 3 should take off now, and it should be pretty significant. Let's take a look here at, not Tesla, let's take a look here at Starbucks. We'll actually cover Starbucks, because Starbucks had ended up, that big drop the other day, and it looks like we may have potentially done a wave here. Now that I look at it closer on a larger time frame, sorry, not a larger time frame, a smaller time frame, you actually can make a three wave move now down with this leg. So right here is a 3-wave move. So this would actually fit the A wave being up here, the B wave being down here. It's like so. And now you could be continuing the C leg. So this is an A, B, C, right? 5-wave move. 3-wave move, and now you should be coming back up in a 5-wave move. So Starbucks is definitely a little bit of a slow mover here, but overall, this should, if this is the count, if I'm counting this correctly, then this should come back up all the way to the 102 area. It would match the rally in the traditional, like the S&P 500 as well. Let's head over and we will take a look at Unity Software. Unity Software entered the buy area that I outlined the other day. It is reversing off of it right now in the after hours, but we need to see more follow through. We need to see a cycle break, and this downsloping trend line here needs to break, right? So once you break this one, that'll be the first indication that the wave 3 cycle is starting, and then your next major resistance to break would be this level at 41.35 cents. If you can get over that, then it should be all clear for the wave 3. And if it's a wave 3 here, then you should break through it, right? You'll probably do something like this, where you go into a 1, a 2, and then a 3 of 3, right? And then you blast through it. It's butter, and it's just very impulsive. All right, that's basically it for Unity Software. Let's take a look here at Meta. Meta, where is the after hours trading? I cannot find it. It's disappeared. It's been halted. I'm just kidding. It's up here in the stratosphere. It's up 14% in the after hours. So Meta announcing its first dividend in history, I believe. I don't think it's ever paid a dividend. Yeah. So announcing its first dividend, demonstrating strong cash flow. So again, congratulations to the Meta investors. You guys are rocking it right now. Overshooting B wave, in my opinion, and then you'll eventually come back up in a C leg. So I cannot make 5 waves out of this here. It is just too vertical. The only thing I can make is an ABC. So that is clearly what Meta is doing here. A, B, and C. right? So you are just doing that, and then it's gonna come all the way back down eventually, probably. I could not tell you why it would do this, and I cannot guarantee anything, but that's what it should do. All right. Okay, so that's basically it for Meta. I don't have much to add to it. We can do probably like a 5-wave move count if you want. So let me just see here. So you just have a 1 2 1 2 and then a 3. So you just have your 1 2 3 here, and then you're going to be finishing up the third wave probably somewhere up here. Once you know they gap up on earnings and it calms down and retrace consolidation, probably a sideways consolidation in a 4, and then you finish up in a 5, going to continue pushing to new all-time highs. That's basically it. Let's take a look here at I don't think I have much to add. I actually want to take a look at PayPal. PayPal had like some big announcement coming on earnings. I think it's next week. The earnings are February 7th. They said to have really big news, but we'll see if it's good for the stock. I mean, if they've been hyping it up a lot apparently, so this should be good. Maybe we'll do some calls in the Discord and we'll get some options going. But I'll do some more research on this. But if it is really in the 3 of 3, then you should really start to take off now. Like this thing should really get it should get going. It should be on the move. That's it. I think we covered enough individual names. Let's take a look at the TLT. So the TLT today, another nice rally. Again, buy signal was given a couple days ago, or many days ago, I should say. Significant buying coming in at the lows. And again, we announced it in the Discord. I announced it many times that big money's buying here. And it's just on even on Market Cipher, it was just chopping up traders on the daily time frame. You can see we got a buy signal, a sell signal, and then another buy signal. So you could see it was just destroying traders who were just trying to bottom tick the TLT, stopping people out, not knowing where yields are going, and then look at what's going on now. Now the TLT is taking off, right? Whoever's in TMF is quintupling their or tripling their money because it's a triple leverage. So you're up 17% since that buy signal. So again, these are given for free in this analysis, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. And I mean, none of this is financial advice, obviously, but you guys can take it from there. Let's take a look at the DXY. So DXY, big down day today, so that definitely helped the markets up. And let me see what the news was. Higher pressure, meta surges, and okay, that's after the bell. Yields lower, trade price fall, rate cut in May. Yeah, again, this is what happened. People had an emotional day yesterday, not getting the rate cut immediately, like a child getting their candy right away. So investors just threw a tantrum in one day and then reversed everything the next day. So that's just the way she goes. That's just the way the market is. And if you panic sold yesterday, then that's unfortunate, right? All right, I think that's it. We'll cover nat gas and oil here. So oil is coming down here, down to $73.87. If oil keeps going down, then that would be, I mean, it's difficult to see how the markets are going to interpret it, because oil could be coming down because demand is weak. But if oil comes down and markets interpret it as inflation being destroyed and gone, then that's going to be extremely bullish, right? So there's many ways that oil can be interpreted as a bullish sign or a bearish sign, but you guys can take it however you want, right? And then you can base your analysis off of that from there. And if it's a 5-wave move lower, then you're in the Y wave, right? Which technically it could be, because if this is the case, then the Y wave is done here, and it did not make a lower low, which means I don't think the Y wave would be done, and it would mean that this is still a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and you need to finish the cycle, right? It means that you would have to do something like this, right? And the third wave would come down, and then the fourth, right? And then the fifth wave. And regardless, of whatever the price is going to be, will either be super bullish or super bearish. But looking at the market conditions right now, we would expect the oil collapsing to be super bullish. But at the same time, the markets want oil to go higher to show that it's a growing economy and everything's fine. So it's a very it's gonna be interesting to see how the markets interpret it. All right, I'm not gonna cover Bitcoin. I am gonna cover probably finish off with nat gas. So nat gas again, very unfortunate. It's difficult trade right now. Let's take a look here. Let's scroll back up to natural gas. We'll finish up our analysis here. Nat gas curling right now on the daily time frame. It failed to confirm a green dot. We had a green dot and it just failed to confirm. Stopped out on a trade once again. And then 1 hour time frame, we have a green dot right now, but there's no guarantee that the low is in. And the daily looks very weak. Let's take a look on Waveage to see if we can see any sorts of significant buying. And we'll take a look here. Nothing on the 4 hour, nothing on the daily. Oh, let me actually finish, let the daily load. Okay, nothing on the daily, nothing on the 1 hour. So yeah, I mean, like, it's just a tough trade right now. And Natgas is just the Widowmaker. It's known as the Widowmaker. All right, that wraps it up. I don't have much to add. If you guys enjoyed the analysis and you want me to take a look at your stocks, just leave a like and subscribe and leave your stock in the comment, and I'll cover it when I get the time. Enjoy your night. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.